Begin with matters Cyton and the fate of persons who invested in the Cyton High Yield Solutions and Cyton Projects notes has now been placed in the hands of a court-appointed administrator by the name Kereto Marima. This follows filing by Cyton's Chief Executive Officer Edwin Dande 3 months after the firm called investors to an extraordinary general meeting to chart the way forward on how to rescue the troubled funds. Julian Zamboko now digs into what this means for those who invested with the two cash-strapped Cyton funds estimated to be worth 11.5 billion.
Cyton Investments has been under growing pressure over failure by two of its funds, the Cyton High Yield Solutions and Cyton Projects notes, to pay out maturing obligations to investors. On the 26th of June, the company called investors to an extraordinary general meeting to chart the way forward on how best to rescue the struggling funds. At the time, we spoke to the Chief Executive Officer Edwin Dande on what he considered to be viable options.
The rules say, in the event of illiquidity, you can extend in consultation with the board. We have extended. That force majeure period is coming to an end. After that, you go to an EGM. Now, the EGM is of the investors themselves. You put proposals, they put proposals, it is discussed, and they vote. However, as an investment manager, I have a recommendation. We'll tell them, look, the money is in real estate. If you want real estate, take it. You are going to have a better deal than the Imperial Bank, Chase Bank bond people who bought and walked away with zero. I'll give you an apartment. I'll give you a piece of land.
Edwin Dande has since sought court intervention and placed the two funds under administration in what he says will provide a viable option for restructuring, recovering and returning value to investors.
An administrator then comes in to basically look at the company and see what is it that he or she can do together with the company to get it back afloat and deal with the current issues that are being brought about, basically for people wanting to get out of Cyton or get out of the investment and get their return out of the investment that they had put in Cyton.
So what should aggrieved investors anticipate now that the two funds have been placed under administration?
So I'd say then they should expect to be called for meetings where they'll be given a proposal to say that this is what the company intends to do with its current issue, and then they will consider that proposal and hopefully agree with Cyton in terms of the plan that they'll set for them to come back afloat.
Cyton indicates that some investors have opted for conversion of their pending maturing payouts into housing units. The firm says conversions worth 2.4 billion shillings have been executed thus far. This means that the fund size subject to the administrative process is of about 11.5 billion shillings. Julian